Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Spring Awards ceremony and our major end-of-the-year athletic awards. My name is Ronnie Drew. I'm the athletic director here at the high school. Couple quick thank yous before we get going. I certainly want to thank our superintendent, Brenda Terry O'Regan. She's retiring in 26 days. Gave a lot to the town of Tewksbury, passionate about the community, passionate about education. She's been a huge supporter. I can't thank her enough. Our incoming superintendent, Nancy Milligan, again, great lady, a supporter of all we do here. Our administration here at the high school, Mr. Long, our principal, Mr. O'Leary, Dr. Osborne, our assistant principals, fantastic people to work with. None of this happens for us here. Mrs. O'Hare makes everything happen in the athletic department. Does all the little things. She's a fantastic lady, a friend, and I can't say enough good things about her. Our business manager, Dave Libby, he's again, fantastic supporter of athletics. Very rarely does he push back something when I put a bill across the desk, so he's fantastic. Our school committee, always representing our kids and recognizing our kids and at our games, and again, fantastic supporters of what we do. Our maintenance department, our fields and our gyms and whatnot are in awesome condition, and I can't say thanks enough to John Marchand and his crew. Our custodians here, Roland, Patrick, Chris O'Brien, great guys. Our trainer who keeps everybody healthy, Chris Mahana, fantastic trainer. He's been with us now for about 7 years, and our kids trust him, our parents trust him. He's a great kid, he's a great teacher in our building, and we're very, very fortunate to have him. That's a profession that turns over a lot. We've been very, very lucky with Chris. He does an excellent job. Our people that cover our games, Lenny Hunnell, Bob McCabe, those guys, Jimmy Sullivan, our golf coach, good friend of mine, does a ton announcing our games. Our parents are fantastic to work with. They are passionate. They get it. They support our kids and our booster groups. We're so lucky to have the thriving booster groups that we have. It's a great place to work. Our coaches work their tail off. I see day in and day out the things that they do to provide for our kids and put together good practice plans, and they work hard to evaluate our kids, and they work hard to develop our kids and put time in the weight room and with them, and I can't say thanks to our staff enough. I think our staff is second to none. Lastly, our athletes. Our athletes are fantastic. Student athletes. I'm going to give you guys some numbers in a minute, and I'm sure you'll hear them. The seniors, you're going to hear them over the next couple of days because I had to provide them for Superintendent Regan for her speech tomorrow, Mr. Long and whatnot. So you're going to hear these numbers over and over again in the next couple of days. But looking at our year overall, we had 22 of our 26 teams qualify for postseason play. 9 of our 22 reached the Sweet 16. 7 of the 9 reached the Elite 8. 5 of those 7 reached the Final Four. We had 4 state finalists, and we had a state champion. We had numerous individual state champs, whether it be wrestling, track, etc. We had an individual New England champion in wrestling. We had 18 Boston Herald and Boston Globe All-Scholastics. 18. There's not a lot of public high schools in Massachusetts that have 18 Boston Herald, Boston Globe All-Scholastics. That's an incredible number. We had 8 members that were selected Super Team, Player of the Year, or Athlete of the Year. 8 of those. That, again, I don't want to speak for Coach Feld. He's been in that business, and that's an incredible number to have 8 Super Teamers and Players of the Year and Athletes of the Year, not to mention the 18 All-Scholastics. So those are incredible. With that said, class of 2026, accomplishments. This is what they've accomplished over their 4-year career. We'll start with the academics. This is the highest senior GPA that we've had in my 12 years as the athletic director. The senior GPA is 3.91 for senior athletes. 3.91. That's an A average for our senior athletes. That's outstanding. Give yourself a round of applause. 9 in the top 5% of the class. 9 of the 10 kids are athletes. 9 of the 10 in the top 5 are athletes. In the top 10%, 14 of 19 are athletes. In the top 20%, 26 out of 38 are student athletes here at Tewksbury High. So our kids, along with doing it on the field, they're doing it in the classroom. Again, give yourself a round of applause. Over the 4 years that they've been here at the high school, they've had 19 MVC championships, 75 state tournament appearances, 16 Elite Eight appearances, 11 Final Four appearances, 8 state finals appearances, 6 team state champions, 10 individual state champions, 1 New England champion. They've played at Gillette Stadium, TD Garden, Fenway Park, New Balance Center, Songus Center, and Mass Mutual. Those are the best arenas in the state. We've played everywhere because of the success of the student athletes here at the high school. That is outstanding. Give yourself a round of applause. I guarantee there's not another public high school in Massachusetts that has played in all those venues. I guarantee it. So, outstanding class. This is the bar for classes from an athletic standpoint and obviously from an academic standpoint. So, class 2026, tip of the hat. You guys have been fantastic over your 4-year career. With that said, I'd like to try to get this moving. First team that we're going to recognize tonight is our girls' tennis team. Our outstanding tennis coach, Coach Mary McDonald, will come up first and talk about girls' tennis. Coach McDonald.
So first of all, I wanted to say congrats to Coach Rick Keene and the boys tennis team for a fine season and qualifying for the state tournament. Really great job, guys. The girls team had a building year with no seniors and only 2 returning players. Neither of them had any varsity experience. So for the first match, 5 of the 7 players had played tennis for 8 days. I wonder how many other varsity athletes here tonight have played their sport for less than 2 weeks but found themselves in the starting lineup. The focus this season was to teach the fundamentals of the game, develop the skills and strategies for all the players. They worked hard and made significant improvement. I feel confident if they keep working, the team will improve and be much stronger next season. The girls' tennis award this year goes to a junior who worked hard to improve her skills, was also always offering to help her teammates and set a strong example for the younger players on and off the court. She was just named captain earlier this week, and the coach's award goes to Risha Dayaparan. Thank you.
Our next team that'll be up here will be our head boys tennis coach, Rick Keene. Boys tennis team qualified for the state tournament. Had a real nice year for them. Made the long ride out to Western Mass, out to play to play Belchertown High School. Didn't have a ton of luck in that match, but this was a good season for our boys tennis team, and they've come a long way. Head coach Rick Keene.
Sorry. we had a bigger podium before. Thank you. First off, I would like to thank Mr. Druin and his staff for another great season and all their support. I would also like to thank my teen moms, Laura Wolfinger and Leanne Daigle, for all their support with the team this year. Lastly, I would like to extend a special thank you to Mary McDonald, Coach Mary McDonald, for her continuous support throughout this year and in the past years. She's a great mentor, and it's an honor to work next to her. Getting ready for the spring season can be difficult, but every player on this team faced those challenges head on. It started with my captains, Jeff Wolfinger and Kevin Daigle, getting the boys together in the off-season to start captains' practices as early as possible. With the addition of some new players, we knew this year we had to focus on being positive and working hard to prepare for the season. Because of that mindset and the team's hard work and determination, this was a great year for us. After going just 1-13 last year, we were able to turn things around and ended our season at 500 with a 7-7 record, which gave us the opportunity for a play-in at the state tournament. Unfortunately, like Mr. Druin said, we lost that match, but that has no reflection on how hard the boys had worked to get through the season. With all our players returning next year, we are looking forward to our team getting better, stronger, and continuing our success next season. On to my awards. This year I have 3 awards to give out. My first award I am presenting to a player who exemplifies a never-give-up attitude and a willingness to win every point, leading him into the best singles record on our team. His fight and determination gave him 2 incredible third-set tie-break wins that were crucial to the team's success this year and led us to taking part in the state tournament. My first MVP award goes to co-captain Kevin Daigle. Oh, shit. Congratulations, buddy. Here you go. Where you go? You need your award. Great job. You're good. For my second award, will be presented to 2 players that had a great season as well. Playing as a doubles team, you need to have great positioning, communication, and most of all, great chemistry. This duo had all of that and then some. With a team-leading record this year of 7 wins and 5 losses, my second MVP award goes to Blake Adams and Zach Hyduke. Thank you. For my last award tonight goes to a player that is the heart and soul of this team. When I received a message way back in December of last year, "Hey coach, when can we start captain's practices?" I knew I had made the right choice in naming him captain for this season. With his great work ethic, he continued to get stronger and better in every match he played. His positive attitude and his leadership were crucial to this team's development and success this year. I am honored to present my coach's award to co-captain Jeff Wolfinger. Thank you.
Coach Keane just pointed out that we have the smaller version of the podium. The big boy podium's out on the stage for graduation tomorrow, so they had to bring in a substitute podium for tonight. So when you get up here, it's a little crowded on the podium. So, anyways, our next coach coming up is a very well thought of coach here in the building, teacher coach here in the building. She does a fantastic job with her kids. She coaches multiple sports. She's works games. She will do whatever she's asked of. Swiss Army knife in this building for us. She's a fantastic lady. She's a friend. Does a really good job with our girls lacrosse program, Coach Erin Murphy.
Good evening. First, I would like to thank Ron, Nancy, and Chris for all of the support that they give to all of us coaches throughout the year. And I would like to congratulate all the athletes and coaches here tonight for all their hard work and success. This was a tougher season for us than we had in the last few years, but we knew going into it with the amount of graduating seniors we had that it would be a battle. However, I'm proud of the resilience my team showed throughout the season and the way they fought hard for each and every win, taking one game into 5 overtimes and solidifying a great NBC victory. This perseverance is due in large part to my 3 captains that I'll be recognizing tonight. First, I'll be giving out 2 coaches awards. When deciding on this award, it really just didn't seem right to choose one of these girls over the other, as they've both done so much for me during their time in this program. Cam and Jenna have been the backbone of our off-season program. They have been consistent in their attendance in winter lifts all 4 years, encouraging younger players to join as they've gotten older. They have been instrumental in organizing our Winter League team, making sure the team is ready for the upcoming season, before being named captain. They were also the first players I've had that volunteered to coach our youth teams, something many more players have now followed their lead in doing. It is efforts like this that will continue to strengthen our program. And while these girls have been a package deal for most of their lives, I would like to acknowledge them each individually. Jenna entered the program as a freshman with a desire to improve herself each and every day, and has maintained that focus throughout her time in the program. She's consistently improved her game and advocated for a greater role in the field each year, going from a primarily defensive player to a well-rounded midfielder. On top of this, her junior year, she helped organize the team's involvement in Boston's mental health walk, something we only didn't participate in this year due to a scheduling conflict. It has always been clear how much this team means to her, and she has been such a great asset to our program and will truly be missed, so my first coach's award goes to Jenna Lee Mercer. Cam is another player who has consistently worked to improve herself day after day, year after year. She too has increased her role on the team from defenseman to midfielder. One thing I always say at practice is this is the time to try something new. This is the place to make mistakes, because if you don't do it here, you won't do it come game time. Cam is someone who does just that. She leads by example, challenging herself and stepping out of her comfort zone to allow others to feel safe to do the same as well. She also is one of the biggest hearts of any player I've ever coached, putting everything she has into everything she does. And I'm proud to have her as part of our program and a captain of my team. The second coach's award goes to Cameron Fischette. My next award is my 3rd captain in this year's MVP. Lydia has been a valuable member of our program for the last 4 years, playing a position I could never dream of doing myself, but she spends nearly 365 days a year doing it in one sport or another. Lydia truly gives her all to her team. She's been battling an injury for as long as I've known her, but her dedication to her team and fierce competitive nature keeps her from letting it sideline her. She's been a well-known goalie in the MVC2 since her freshman year. I've lost count of the amount of times we've ended a game, win or loss, and the opposing team's coach comments on how great our goalie is. And while we may not have had a winning record, she kept us within a fighting chance for much of the season. Lydia has had such an impressive career for us as a 4-year goalie with 660 saves. This season alone, she had 169 saves for a 49% save rate, 37 ground balls, 14 caused turnovers, which is the 3rd highest on our team, and 1 assist, truly showing just how dynamic she is on the field and is not contained by a goal circle. I'm heartbroken at the thought of not having her with us next year, but I know she's off to do great things for the UMass Boston hockey team. This year's MVP is Lydia Barnes.
Our next coach is a new coach to our school system. He started in the winter as our indoor track coach for boys and girls. This spring, he has our boys track team. Young guy, real inquisitive, asks questions a bunch, wants to try to learn, wants to try to get better. Hard worker, doing real good things with our kids. Our boys track coach, Kevin McDonald.
All right, I'd like to start by thanking Mr. Druin, our athletic director, and the rest of the school administrators for giving me the opportunity to coach this team. I'd like to thank Nancy O'Hare. She supported me the entire time I've been here. Has gotten everything I need from me. I'd like to thank our athletic trainer, Chris Mahana. I took up a lot of his time. He kept our athletes healthy throughout the season. I'd like to thank our entire coaching staff. They really supported me and pushed me. Lastly, I'd like to thank all of our athletes on our roster. You guys showed up every day, put in the work, completely bought in, and supported each other. The most important thing I want to do tonight is thank our team captains, because you guys really carried and led this team well. I learned early on when I began coaching that peer leadership is far more important than coach leadership. I've always believed that average teams are led by the coaches, and great teams are led by the athletes. This group really solidified that philosophy for me. For our Coaches Award, I want to recognize an athlete who represents what our program stands for. They showed up, worked hard, and supported their teammates. This person really lives by the values that we talked about throughout the season since I've been here. When I think about the culture that we are trying to build here, this person is one of the first people I think of. They made our team better simply by the way they carried themselves every day. I'm proud to announce our Coaches Award, Vincent Rodriguez. Our team MVP this season was someone that obviously scored a lot of points and was one of the main guys responsible for the wins we had this season. But the most important part about this person is that he always put the team before himself and made a lot of sacrifices along the way. He was a 4-year member of this team. He embraced the challenges, responded when things got difficult, consistently found ways to make our team stronger, and was really the heartbeat of our entire program. The success we experienced this season would not have been the same without them. I'm proud to present our team MVP, Steven Opedesano.
Can I say his name like that? Can I please notice that? Practice.
Okay, our next coach, sport that's close to my heart, baseball. They had a good year. They missed the tournament by less than one run, 8/10 of a run. If they had scored 8/10, one more run, they would have qualified for the tournament. Coach Feld is a very, very good coach, well versed in his baseball knowledge. I enjoy chatting with him after games, and I feel like we see the game very similar to what we're looking for. Does a good job, communicates well with his players, has buy-in within the program. That team, mathematically, to get to 500 wins, wasn't going to get there with about 4 or 5 games to play, and they end up on a 4-game winning streak. That team could have easily rolled over and stopped playing, and instead they played their best baseball that last 4 games, trying to qualify through the point system, power ranking system. So tip of the hat to Coach Feld for getting those guys to find a way to play their best baseball when their back was clearly pinned to the wall the furthest. So our baseball coach, Coach Matt Feld.
I just want to start by thanking Coach Drew and of course for all of his support. I think we have got the most supportive athletic director of any school in Massachusetts. When I go around and watch other teams play, whether it's the softball team or the boys lacrosse team, basketball games, football games in the fall, soccer teams, to see the students in the school that want to help out at those games, whether it's through the table for a basketball game or the stats for a lacrosse game, want to be Chris Mahana's intern for the spring. The amount of students that turn out showcase how many kids want to be part of the athletic department here and the athletic program here, and that's a testament to him. We've got a great coaching community here, coaches that pull for each other, support one another, want to go to each other's games, coaches that lean on each other for advice, and it's something that I certainly find myself leaning on a daily basis consistently. I'm incredibly proud of the way that our team played this spring, from the start of the year to the end. Like Coach Druin mentioned, we had a difficult stretch in the middle of the season, and a lot of times in spring sports, the weather gets good. Sometimes your players would rather be at the beach than the practice field, and our guys responded, and largely due to our senior leadership, responded by playing tremendously down the stretch. We missed the tournament by 1 run, but sometimes I feel like as a coach or a student athlete, you don't get the result that you want, but the result that you need to grow as an individual, to grow as a student, to grow as a program. And I'm confident that both our players and myself learned from the results that we got this year to become better people, to become better coaches, to become better student athletes in the long run. Congratulations to all the student athletes that are going on to play at the next level. I think 7% of high school kids last year went on to play collegiate sports. So it's a tremendous accomplishment, those that are going off to do that across the board. In terms of my awards, first up, the Coaches Award. To me, the Coaches Award is defined by an individual who, regardless of their playing time, is someone who you want to have by your side every single step of the way, regardless of whether or not their name's in the starting lineup, come off the bench, whether they go 3 for 3, whether they're batting 0 on the season. They exemplify what it means to be a friend and someone that you would want wearing your jersey, wearing the Tewksbury Redmond jersey every single day. And I can't think of someone more deserving for the Baseball Coaches Award than Andrew Conroy. Our team MVP, regardless of how we played this spring, this individual was a model of consistency, both in his performance and in his leadership. He averaged 6 innings a start. In 5 of his 7 starts this year, he pitched a complete game. When he wasn't on the mound, he played a tremendous center field. In league play, he had a sub-1 ERA and gave us a tremendous chance to win every single time he was out there. Colin Durkin.
In the Merrimack Valley, each sport has a commissioner. I happen to be the commissioner of baseball. And golf and basketball, but baseball in the spring. And we were 9-13, Coach, 9-13, didn't make the tournament. And we have a 15-man first-team all-conference team. And Colin finished third and Logan finished fifth on a 9-13 baseball team. So that's what the league thought of those two guys. That two of them finished in the top 5 or 6 in the conference. So tip of the hat to Colin and Logan, and tip of the hat to the way we played down the stretch. Baseball team's well thought of in that room. So good for those two guys. Our next coach, again, young coach, second year, does a fantastic job with this program. Our softball team is one of the 3 teams at the school that play up. Our enrollment has certain sports are in certain divisions based on your enrollment. We opt up to play a division up in softball. We opt up to play a division up in boys hockey, and we opt up to play up in football. With that said, our softball team geographically belongs in Division III, but we play in Division II because I feel, as does Coach Dick, that that's where we belong as a program. And again, qualified for the tournament. Really, really good year. Had a heartbreaking loss the other day, but good things to come with a lot of young kids in that program. So our head softball coach, Kirsten Dick.
Okay. Oh, is it this one? First, I want to thank Mr. Druin and the entire athletic department for everything that they do year in and year out. I want to congratulate the entire senior class for all their accomplishments throughout their 4 years here as well. Our softball season had many ups and downs, but the one thing that this group kept steady was their attitudes and energy. Although the season didn't finish exactly the way we wanted it to, we accomplished a lot and certainly had fun while doing it. To my seniors, thank you for giving me all these last 2 years under me as your coach. Your energies, laughs, and constant hard work will be very missed. There's a saying that you should leave a place better than you found it, and there's no doubt or hesitation when I say that you 4 seniors did just that. So thank you. I do have 2 awards to give: the Coaches Award and the MVP Award. So for the Coaches Award, this Coaches Award is presented to a player who truly represents everything that we value in our program. This year's recipient is a hard worker, excellent teammate, and even better person. She comes to the field every day with a positive attitude, a smile on her face, and a willingness to put in the work. What makes her especially deserving of this award is the way she supports those around her. She's always there to encourage her teammates, celebrate their successes, and lift them up during difficult moments. Her genuine love for the game makes her an important part of our team culture. She takes pride in being a part of Tewksbury softball and has poured her heart into this program and the softball community within this town. She understands exactly what it means to be part of something bigger than herself and has helped make those around her better because of it. Most importantly, she embodies what it means to be a TMHS Redmond athlete. Her character, commitment, sportsmanship, and team-first mentality set an example for others to follow, so it is with great pride that our team presents this year's Coaches Award to Abigail Downing. The MVP Award's next. This award is presented to a player whose impact on our team extends far beyond statistics. While her performance on the field speaks for itself, what truly makes her valuable is the way she elevates everyone around her and consistently rises to the occasion when her team needs her most. Throughout the season, she has been a difference maker in every sense of the word. Her dedication to improving her game, her drive to compete, and her commitment to this team has set the standard for our program. She leads on only through her play, but she leads not only on through her play, but through her preparation, accountability, and her willingness to do whatever it is needed for the team. And while this award isn't just about numbers, her numbers are certainly impressive, so I'm just going to run through them real quick. She had a .519 batting average, a .551 on base percentage, .827 slugging percentage, and 42 hits out of 89 plate appearances. Out of those 42 hits, she had 27 singles, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs, 28 runs scored, 5 walks, 3 of which were intentional, and 2 hit by pitch. So what makes those accomplishments even more impressive is that she is only a sophomore. The future is incredibly bright, and we are excited to see all that she will accomplish in the years ahead. This year's MVP award goes to Kaylee Martin.
A 100 hits is a big number in high school. Baseball or softball, 100 hits is a big, big number. Kaylee might have that by April vacation of her junior year. So the future's very, very bright for her as a hitter. Our next coach is a guy that I'm very, very happy for. This program's growing. It's getting better and better and better. And the record showed it this year. This guy's been grinding and clawing his way to try to get this thing in the way he wants it, and it's getting there. You know, it's getting there, and he's working hard, and he's passionate about lacrosse, and I'm so happy this guy had a really, really good year. The team had a really, really good year. I know he wanted things to turn, and I could see it starting to turn in the right direction for us in the lacrosse program. Our head lacrosse coach, Anthony Ponce.
First off, I'd like to thank Ron, Nancy, Chris, and the lacrosse boosters for all the support this season. The boys lacrosse team had another strong season with a final record of 14-6 and a third straight MIA playoff appearance. It was a season of a lot of firsts for the boys lacrosse program. It was the best start in program history with a 10-0 start, our first win over an MVC large school since 2014. We finished with the best power ranking, with finishing at number 12. We had our first home playoff game and won our first round of 32 game, and this all culminated with the most wins in program history. We couldn't have had this type of season if it wasn't for the senior class. This class started out as freshmen on a team with a 4-14 record that could barely make 3 passes in a row. This class was the leading cause in our turnaround this season by leading by example and setting the tone for the rest of the team that we are now becoming a serious program. This class can leave their careers with their heads held high, knowing that they left this team better than they found it. I will now begin the awards with the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is going to a senior captain who is not only a role model on the field, but off the field. His leadership through adversity shows the kind of person he is and the true leadership qualities he has. This player was used in multiple positions throughout his 4-year career. He played both midfield and attack on offense, played defense his junior year, and even had to take face-offs his junior year and held his own. He was willing to sacrifice his personal stats for the larger goal of the team and fill the role that was needed for the team to be successful. This season was different, though. He finally got to shine on the offensive end by leading our midfield with 21 goals while also being a great help for us on defense. His sacrifice for a larger goal shows his true character as a person, and that, coupled with his leadership skills, will lead him far in life and lead him to a successful wrestling career at Springfield College. I'm proud to present the Boys Lacrosse Coaches Award to Sean Callahan. Now for our MVP award. This player was a 4-year starter and a 2-year captain who finished the season with 51 goals and 31 assists for 82 points that led to him being named to first team all-conference in a loaded MVC. He finishes his career with 164 goals, 86 assists, and 250 career points that ends his career with the most points in the history of Tewksbury boys lacrosse. His season was highlighted by his 4-goal and 5-assist performance in our first ever home playoff win over East Longmeadow. He was consistently covered by every team's best defenseman while still being the vocal leader of the team and the catalyst to our offense. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to coach this player, not only because of his performance on the field, but who he is off the field. He was honored with the MVC2 Sportsman of the Year because of his leadership, sportsmanship, and respect for not only the game, but for his opponents. His demeanor and how he carries himself are noticed not only throughout the Tewksbury community, but league-wide. I'm proud to present the Boys Lacrosse MVP Award to Cameron Goodner. Thank you.
Okay, our last of our spring sports coming up right now is our girls track team. Coach Cusick is a fantastic teacher for us here. He is a well thought of track coach in the track community. Fantastic leader of the program, does a great job, as versed as any track coach in the area. Our girls program's in great hands. Our girls track coach, Coach Frank Cusick.
Okay, I want to thank Mr. Druin and congratulate all the other coaches for a fantastic spring season. This girls track team was the best team that we've had in a long, long time. Everything just kind of came together for us and clicked. We had great senior leadership, people like Tegan Claycomb, Nayla Eloi, Ariana McLean, Sophie Brewster. Is that not how you pronounce your name? I'm sorry. I was going to ask you and I completely forgot. I'm sorry, Nayla. Great senior leadership. Great young talent, great coaching staff, everything just kind of came together. And I want to give a couple statistics about the season. We went 4-0 in dual meets. We had the highest point differential of any team in the entire league, boys or girls. We won by an average of 56 points in dual meets, which is pretty impressive. We were 10th at the Division IV state meet. We qualified 3 individuals to the all-state meet. Sarah Morano, who just ran an hour and a half ago, and came in 16th in the all-state meets. Sophia Nazaro, who is running the 100-meter hurdles on Saturday, and Shay McDonald, who's competing in the high jump on Saturday. We also have 2 relay teams. Sarah, Sophia, Annika Narayan, and Cadence King are in the 4x1, and we have an all-freshman 4x8. Haley Christopher, Dalen Christopher, Lauren Ryan, and Liliana Thorne. The Massachusetts All-State meet is the hardest meet in New England to get into, so having that many people qualify for it is a really impressive experience, really impressive accomplishment. The other thing I want to note, our crowning achievement, I would say, of the season is we won the Division IV state relay meet, and that is one of the most memorable days of my coaching career, honestly. We've won that meet before, but this team, we had 25 different individuals contribute to the scoring. 25 people scoring is unprecedented. I went back and looked at the statistics of previous years. We've never had that many people contribute to the scoring. So that was a really special day for the program, and I just want to thank all the athletes for working so hard and so many different people stepping up in different situations. Okay, I have 2 coaches awards I want to give out. The first one is to an athlete who I would say had somewhat of a frustrating winter season. Sometimes in sports, you can do everything right and not get the results you want. And this person was working really, really hard. She was putting in the effort, and just things were not clicking. She didn't give up on herself. She continued to work. I was on a run in mid-March, snow on the ground, and I saw somebody over by the long jump shoveling out the long jump runway. And that kind of told me that this person was committed to it. She worked really hard, had an outstanding outdoor season, qualified for the Division IV state meet in long jump, was a member of our 4x1 relay, and just off the track, unflailingly positive person. Track and field involves a lot of waiting around, and a lot of anxiety. And sometimes you'll be shocked to know people complain and gripe. And this person is always so upbeat, and she's always has a smile on her face. She greets everybody with such a warm, aura, as you guys would say, and is just a great presence on the track team. So Coach's Award #1 goes to Cadence King. Sorry, my bad. By the way, we don't have to clap again. We don't have to clap again when she goes back. Not necessary. Okay, the second Coach's Award is going to somebody who is, I would say, one of the most balanced athletes that I've ever coached. Sometimes in track you need to be funny and you need to be able to, be lighthearted and joke around, and sometimes you need to get to work, and this person does a really good job of kind of figuring out that balance. We have a lot of people on the team who are kind of on the quieter side, kind of, a little bit more, laid back, and she is really the one to get us going in the right direction when we need it. She is also, incredibly wise and thoughtful. I've come to her a lot this season just to ask, just to pick her brain on, hey, what do you think about this situation? And she always gives really level-headed advice and is super, super thoughtful, and she's able to weigh the pros and cons of a situation, even when I am telling her, like, you're going to run the 4x4 in the NBC League meets, and she doesn't really want to do it. She is able to, clear-headedly assess the situation. On the track, she had a fantastic season. I think much like Cadence, like last spring, she was a little frustrated. She didn't quite live up to the expectations that she had for herself. And this year, she far exceeded them. She ran the third fastest 100-meter hurdle time in program history. She was second at the Division IV state meet. She qualified for all states. She led our 4x1 team to a fantastic season and is a great role model for the rest of the people on the team. So, Coach's Award goes to Sophia Nazaro. Yep.
At this time, I'm going to ask all our head coaches if they could come up on stage. Any of our head coaches, come on up. Coach Miggs, come on up. Let's go. I see you just snuck in at the right time. Coach Sheehy, come on up. Let's go. You're part of the staff. Maddie, you want to work the back? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Thanks, Murph. If you guys can slide on this way, I'm going to have them pop in and we're going to slide on. Jimmy, come on. Okay. We'll try to do this in an orderly fashion as best we can. I'm going to go second team all conference, then I'll go first team all conference, then we're going to have some special awards, then we'll have some all scholastics, then we'll finish with our majors. Please come up this way. Our coaching staff is here, and then we'll end up on this side so we can take a picture. Everybody good? Perfect. We'll start with second team all conference. Second team all conference, baseball, Jake Kuna. Second team all conference, boys lacrosse, Jake Burns. Second team all conference, softball, Lila Arias and Chloe Viator. Spring track and field for boys, second team all conference, Evan Smith, Ian Todd, Joseph Todd. Second team all conference, girls track and field, Ellie Allard, Sophia Nazaro, Sarah Morano, Annika Narayanan, Cadence King, Shay McDonald, Dalen Christopher, Haley Christopher, Lauren Ryan, Liliana Thorne. Second team all conference tennis, Blake Adams, Zach Hajek, Gavin Todd, Vincent Godin. Boys sit, girls stand. Boys sit, girls stand. Thank you. First team all conference. First team all conference. Baseball, Logan Augustiniak, Colin Durkin. Boys lacrosse, first team all conference, Cam Goodner. Girls lacrosse, first team all conference, Lydia Barnes. Softball, first team all conference, Kaylee Martin.
Thank you.
Lydia, you can stay up here if you want. Lydia, stay up here for a second. We got there's a few plaques that are IOUs because some of the all scholastics and whatnot have come out after we have our banquet. So I have a few different plaques along the way here, not in this particular group, but a couple that are somewhat IOUs. 1,000 career saves, girls ice hockey, Lydia Barnes. Boys lacrosse, MVC2 Sportsmanship Award, Cam Goodner. Boys tennis, MVC2 Division II Coach of the Year, Rick Keene. Okay, here's most of the IOUs. So, boys ice hockey, Boston Globe All Scholastic, Jake Kuna. Wrestling, Boston Globe All Scholastic, Nikki DeSisto. Ryan. Girls ice hockey, Boston Globe All Scholastic, Samantha Ryan. Girls ice hockey, Boston Globe All Scholastic, Lila Chapman. Girls ice hockey, Boston Herald All Scholastic, Lydia Barnes. Boston Herald and Boston Globe All Scholastic, boys ice hockey, Tyler Bourget. Okay, I feel like I'm a process guy, so I want you guys to kind of understand the process, okay? The scholar athlete is the highest ranking varsity athlete letter winner in the class. okay? Male and female, the two highest ranking scholar athletes, those are automatics. We don't have any say over that. It's the guidance department says, here's the list. I look at the list, who's earned varsity letters. It's black and white. That's what it is, okay? The Athletic Director's Choice Awards, those are my choices. Every other major award is decided by the coaches. We have a meeting. It is generally longer than an hour, and we hammer it out and figure out who's going to win what award and how it's going to go. So that's kind of the process of how it goes, okay? I just want you guys to all understand our majors are our majors, and they're decided by the coaches, and the coaches come in and they fight hard for their kids. The Athletic Director's Choice, being honest with you guys, I think I see more games than anybody here, and I'm looking for different things when I'm watching games, and I feel like I'm qualified to make some choices based on what I see. And the scholar athlete is kids that have just done a superior job in the classroom, and they happen to be the two highest ranked athletes in the class. It's a fantastic honor to be the highest ranked scholar athlete in our school. So with that said, I will start with the scholar athlete. Lawrence McGowan Memorial Scholar Athlete Award, awarded to the male athlete who best combines athletic excellence and accomplishments with superior academic achievement. Boys award goes to Alan Dang. I'm going to ask the major award winners to stay on stage. We'll take one group photo. So, Alan, you're going to be a bit, so just hang in there, okay? William D. Gregorio Scholar Athlete Award, awarded to the female athlete who best combines athletic excellence and accomplishments with superior academic achievement. Chloe Mello. Congratulations. Teresa Terry Lightfoot Inspiration and Courage Award, awarded to the senior male athlete who has overcome physical, emotional adversity and competed with vigor, courage, and dignity without complaint. Cam Goodner. Teresa Terry Lightfoot Inspiration and Courage Award, awarded to the senior female athlete who's overcome physical and emotional adversity and competed with vigor, courage, and dignity without complaint. Kayla Saunders. All right, the next few are Athletic Director's Choice. Awarded to the senior athlete who has demonstrated character, commitment, academic success, and leadership while displaying the most desired characteristic of a TMHS student athlete, Riley Waterworth. TMHS Memorial Athletic Director's Choice Award, awarded to senior athlete who's demonstrated character, commitment, academic success, and leadership while displaying the most desired characteristics of a Tewksbury Memorial High School student athlete, Riley Morrison. This next one is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when I walk into a game and I can tell the score by looking at the pitcher, the quarterback. I can tell the score. Their body language is bad. They're just, you can look at them and read the score. For the last 2 years, I've watched this young lady lead her team in many, many ways. Fantastic leader, fantastic teammate, super positive. We're going to miss this kid. She has done it all for us here at the high school. Awarded to senior athlete who's demonstrated character, commitment, academic success, and leadership while displaying the most desired characteristics of a Tewksbury High School student athlete, Gabriella Davis. Another guy who just goes about his business, keeps his head down, just does his job, and does it better than anybody else. So, TMHS Memorial Athletic Director's Choice Award awarded to senior male athlete who's demonstrated character, commitment, academic success, and leadership while displaying the most desired characteristics of a Tewksbury Memorial High School student athlete, Jake Burns. This last guy is a 12-season varsity athlete, fantastic young man, second-ranked student in our class, does everything here for the track program, fantastic leader in our classrooms. Tewksbury High School Athletic Director's Choice Award awarded senior athlete who's demonstrated character, commitment, academic success, leadership while displaying the most desired characteristics of a TMHS student athlete, Stephen Pettisano. Daniel Gillette Memorial Determination Award, awarded to the male athlete whose achievements and efforts in athletics exhibit perseverance, hard work, unmatched by his peers, Sean Callahan. Franny. Deborah Lee McPhail Memorial Determination Award, awarded to the female athlete whose achievements and efforts in athletics exhibit perseverance, hard work, unmatched by her peers, Ariana McLean. Kevin Kelly Memorial Sportsmanship Award, awarded to the male athlete who best represents the qualities of fair play in all aspects of athletics, Jack Lightfoot. Kevin Kelly Memorial Sportsmanship Award, awarded to the male athlete who best represents the qualities of fair play in all aspects of athletics, Ben Christopher. Leo Dr. Rocco Sportsmanship Award, awarded to the female athlete who best represents the qualities of fair play in all aspects of athletics, Tegan Claycomb. Megan McCarthy Tewksbury Tough Coaches Award, awarded to the female athlete who represents the finest qualities of fair play, work ethic, perseverance, and athletic excellence, Juliana Capiello. Kirsten. before I go on, I want to make something clear, I think. The boys here who have won major awards tonight, Jack, Sean, Ben, Jake, all the boys here, I'm just looking down, Steven, all the boys here, I'm looking down the list. We've had kids who have won Hazel Awards, the outstanding athlete in the building, whose resume isn't half as good as some of these guys, or as good as the next 3 guys that are going to be coming up. So this particular class on the male side is loaded. If I just read their resumes, it was ridiculous with some of the accomplishments we have here. So I can't say enough about the character of these guys. The fight in the boys' room was spirited, and we had to come to some decisions, and there's some very, very, very big resumes with some of these kids. So, Dennis McGadden Memorial Coaches Award, awarded to the male athlete who represents the finest qualities of fair play, work ethic, perseverance, and athletic excellence, Tyler Bourget. Congratulations. You guys slide down a little bit. Bob Aylward Athletic Leadership Award, awarded to the senior female athlete who exhibited outstanding leadership qualities supported by athletic achievement in her sports, Sophia Capiello. Bob Aylward Athletic Leadership Award, awarded to the senior male athlete who exhibited outstanding leadership qualities supported by athletic achievement in his sports, Nicholas DeSisto. Our last 2 awards of the night. Outstanding Athlete Award, awarded to the female athlete whose accomplishments during her high school career represent the finest qualities of athletic excellence, Lydia Barnes. Award to your nephew. Charles E. Hazel Outstanding Athlete Award, awarded to the male athlete whose accomplishments during his high school career represent the finest qualities of athletic excellence, Jonathan Sullivan.
Great job, my man. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Boys sit, girls stand. Thank you, guys. You guys can go. I want you to kind of, especially looking at the boys, you've got multiple Sport Player of the Year with Johnny. You've got Nikki with a New England championship. You got Tyler with the state player of the year in hockey. You got Cam with 250 points. You got Sean with state championships and 3-sport athlete. You got Bernsey with two sport all conference. You got Jack with some state championships. You got Benny with offensive player of the year and a major contributor in hockey. You got some big Steven with 12 seasons and runner of the year. You got some big resumes. That was not easy. It really wasn't. You got some guys that have done some Hall of Fame at the high school worthy things. So we have got through. A tip of the hat to Coach Miggs and Coach Pacheco. They've put together a really good senior week for you guys. Monday was, Monday wasn't great weather, but you know, a handful of people made it to the beach and had some fun. And Tuesday night was the prom, and last night was, I thought, was a great night on the boat. Bonzi got us out of the harbor with pulling the horn with the official who did the game in the state championship and happened to be the captain of the boat last night. So Lydia was able to ring the horn and get us out of the harbor. It was great. We didn't crash into. Who had the $120 million boat last night? Herb Chambers. Yeah, Herb Chambers' $120 million yacht was in Boston Harbor last night. Crazy. So a lot of fun last night. Tonight we have our sports banquet, and tomorrow it all caps off with graduation. Looks like it's going to be a great night. So, class of 2026, you guys are, in my eyes, the measuring stick from an academic standpoint with a 3.91 GPA, and from an athletic standpoint, I will put your 4-year career up against any one of my peers in Massachusetts at a public high school. I will put it up. Bring them on. Bring on Hingham. Bring on whoever. Bring them on. I want to see if their resumes better than what we've done, because what this class has done on the fields, on the court, on the ice, on the track, whatever, has been second to none. So I wish you guys, I thank you for coming. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you have a great night tomorrow night in graduation. Best of luck with everybody moving forward. Thank you for being here. Go Redmond.